Hey YouTube. So I had a lot of questions on my how to build a suppressor for your AR-15 video. In the background, a lot of people saw my 6.5 Creedmoor Precision Rifle, and I had a lot of viewers asking me questions on what I used to build it and why I chose those components. So I figured it'd take some time today to kind of go over the components of the build and why I chose them, and give you all a little bit of practical knowledge. So for my upper and lower receiver assemblies, I went with Matrix Aerospace's M762 receiver set. A lot of people don't know or have never heard of Matrix Aerospace, but they're a very highly renowned company when it comes to CNC machining of aerospace components. They build a lot of components for jet engines, for NASA, for Lockheed Martin's aircraft, and some of the equipment that they use. Very high quality. I had it Sierra coated, the burnt bronze color to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. But the receiver itself is top quality. It's built on a CNC milled 775 T6 aluminum. It is above mil spec quality as far as the dimensions and the tolerances. Ruger actually uses this same upper and lower receiver for their SR 5.56 rifles and their SR 762, which a lot of people don't know. So that's one of the reasons why I went with them. It's a very tight finish. There's not a lot of slop to it. It fits really nice, and it's set up really nice. One of the things you have to remember when building your whatever precision rifle you're going to build, you want to make sure that you understand the difference between an Armalite platform and a DPMS platform. This one is an AR-10 Armalite, so some of the components are a little bit different when you go into building a precision rifle like this, as opposed to a 5.56 where everything is pretty much interchangeable. Even though this is an AR-10 platform, it can use the PMags, and it can also use DPMS magazines, which is a nice feature with this. Everything in here, from the bolt to the barrel, is all DPMS type equipment. So as long as you go with one route, either it all has to be all Armalite or it has to be all DPMS. The next component I want to go over is my buttstock. This is the ARS short multi-position sniper rifle buttstock from the manufacturer CAA. It's a good buttstock. It's solid. I had before on here the PRS Magpul sniper rifle type buttstock. What I didn't like about it was it didn't allow me to do the adjustments that I needed to get the actual pull, the good pull length that I wanted, and the good eye relief from my scope without having to move my scope too far forward. This one has 13 different clicking, locking positions for the cheek piece. It's got different angles for the monopod. This monopod, which is a nice feature, actually allows you to move in 3 different directions. It can be adjusted to different lengths. It has the precision adjustments on there. So it allows you to do a lot of things that the other one couldn't do. You can adjust your cheek well. You can adjust the back position here. And you can also extend that out and make your fine-tune adjustments. So you can make a lot more adjustments than you can with the Magpul. It's a little bit lighter. I think it's 3 ounces lighter than the Magpul. It does have the rubberized back end, which is nice, so it makes good contact and good grip. It's a very solid piece. I went with Rainer Arms 308 nickel boron match grade bolt carrier assembly. It's a DPMS style, which is designed to work on DPMS style barrel extensions and compatible upper receivers. Like I said before, you always want to make sure that you check compatibility for your rifle before purchasing anything, because like I said, you can get the DPMS or the AR-10 Armalite type platforms. You want to make sure you get the right stuff. If you order the wrong bolt carrier that doesn't or isn't compatible with your barrel, you'll run into some issues with fitment. Overall, it's a very high quality. It's above match grade or military grade. It's nickel boron plated. so it's very easy to clean. It's got a high grade steel. Um, it's made from high grade steel. Also heat treated and mag particle tested. For my trigger assembly, I didn't do anything too fancy. I went with the Rock River two-stage trigger. Right now it's set for a 2.5 inch or 2.5 pound pull on this trigger. It took a while to get the adjustments with the right springs and everything, but it's actually just a hair over 2.5 pounds. Very crisp, very clean, very nice trigger for the price. You really can't beat it. My barrel, I went with the Ballistic Advantage 6.5 Creedmoor chambered DPMS style 20-inch barrel. One of the things I like about the barrel itself is it's got the bead blast finish on it, so it's very smooth. It's a very high quality barrel. For those who don't know, Ballistic Advantage was actually purchased by Aero Precision, so now they're one and the same company. Very high quality. I've had the opportunity to take this rifle out and break the barrel in and zero in and sight in my scope, and I can tell you the barrel is just unbelievable. Accuracy on this thing is super accurate. For the money, I don't think you're going to find anything better out there. Very good barrel, high quality, and it's not too heavy. It's actually pretty light considering. One of the things I like about the 6.5 Creedmoor build too is all the components are interchangeable with .308 caliber. So if you build yourself this rifle with all of the parts that I have here, or you build something similar to it, the only thing you'll have to change out to make this able to fire the .308 round is you just have to change your actual barrel itself. Your bolt carrier group, your trigger assembly, upper and lower receivers, everything else will function correctly, including the actual magazines themselves. They will hold the .308 rounds with no problem. So the 6.5, as far as precision, is the way to go for accuracy and for consistency. For my flash suppressor, I didn't do anything too fancy. I went with the POF, flash suppressor. It keeps the rise of the barrel down, helps with recoil a little bit. It's nothing too fancy. It does what it needs to do without spending a bunch of money on there. I'm happy with it. It helps with the recoil, like I said, and it's a good investment for a rifle of this type. You can go with something like a Barrett, like 50 cal type freaking flash suppressor or muzzle brake, but for the money, you really can't beat this. So as far as my my handguard for this build, I went with the JP MK3 modular handguard. This one is in a 17.5-inch length. One of the things I like about it is it's smooth texture. It's not too rough. It doesn't have all those all the rail systems on there and all that unnecessary crap that you don't really need on your precision rifle. I haven't actually had a chance to have it coated yet, the bronze, like the upper and lower receiver, but I think I will eventually. It's really light. It's got a good design as far as how it locks into the actual barrel itself. Very sturdy. It doesn't twist, doesn't move. Real easy to install. And like I said, it's real light and I like it. I mean, it looks good on the rifle. You do have to there are little holes on here that you can actually put some rail systems on there if you want. Kind of like what I did on the bottom over here for my Atlas bipod, which that's the next thing we can talk about is on, as far as the bipod, I went with the Atlas bipod. There's a lot of bipods out there, but this one is the one that I went with. I think it's fairly easy to use. One of the features that I like about it is how easy it is to actually use. You just hit a button and you can just pull this out, make it the length that you want. You can do make your fine adjustments as needed. Press the button and make whatever whatever length you want. If you're on an uneven surface, you can even set this up for let's say I'm on a little angle. I can actually adjust it as needed for the actual angle itself. It's real easy to set up, real easy to use. It swivels really nice. So the next thing I want to talk about is my gas block. I went with the Superlative Arms gas block due to its new patented bleed-off direct impingement system. One of the things I like about it is, rather than a standard gas block, this one actually bleeds off all the unnecessary gas that's not needed once you make your adjustments. So rather than slow down the gas that's inside there to get your proper ejection of your ammunition and make sure that it's feeding the ammunition right, this one actually can be fine-tuned with a screw that's up in the front area with an Allen key. It allows you to make your adjustments to bleed off all that unnecessary gas, which makes for a very smooth cycling rifle. It also helps with the recoil, which, like I said before, there's not a lot of recoil with a 6.5, but what it does is it helps smooth things out, and it's very high quality. So that's it for this episode of Impractical Knowledge. Hopefully you learned something. I know I didn't go over the buffer spring or buffer tube or what I use for a scope mount and things of that nature, what kind of pistol grip or what kind of grip I use. Those are all the little things. I did go over all the major components. If you have any questions, leave me a comment in the comment section. If you like the video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see some more videos of this. And as always, be safe and enjoy this Impractical Knowledge. For today, we'll be discussing the proper and legal way of possessing and building a suppressor for your rifle.